Let's be clear, this isn't just a story about wins and losses. This is the story of a Hall of Fame player turned head coach, landing a dream job only to be shown the door quicker than anyone expected. Steve Nash's firing from the Brooklyn Nets stunned the NBA, but the real reason behind his exit? It goes far deeper than a poor start or a bad record. When Nash was hired in September 2020, it felt like a coup. A two-time MVP, one of the greatest point guards ever, was given the reins of a star-packed Nets team featuring Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and later James Harden. Expectations soared. But here's where the narrative shifts. Nash had minimal prior coaching experience. He admitted himself he'd skipped the line into a head coaching role. The win-loss record? It looked okay on the surface, 94-67 overall. But behind that veneer, chaos, player injuries, off-court drama, a fractured locker room. Nash was never simply judged by his X's and O's. He was judged by the implosion around him. Then came the diagnosis no coach wants. The team wasn't responding. The players weren't buying in. This hit its climax during the 2022-23 season, when Brooklyn started 2-5. Sources say Nash told GM Sean Marks bluntly, "They're not responding to me right now." That statement may have sealed his fate. Durant publicly admitted he was shocked by the firing, but insiders note his trade. Ultimatums and demands for Nash's exit had been swirling for months. In short, the coach had lost the room. Off-court issues added fuel. Irving's vaccine saga kept him sidelined. Harden wasn't happy. Injuries piled up. Through it all, the front office caught fire for mismanaging personnel, while ownership struggled to balance star power with culture. Nash was up against a perfect storm, high expectations coupled with instability. Even veteran coach Steve Kerr later remarked that Nash had all the qualities to be a brilliant coach, but also said he wouldn't have succeeded either given the situation. The message was clear: talent and reputation alone weren't enough. Context mattered. So what's the real reason Steve Nash got fired? It wasn't a single bad game or misguided play call. It was the breakdown of leadership and trust. It was superstars who believed they could coach themselves. It was a culture crisis, a roster in flux, external distractions, and a head coach thrust into a mess. He was the scapegoat, not necessarily because he failed in isolation, but because the organization needed a change and he was the one standing in the spotlight. In that sense, Nash's firing becomes a cautionary tale. Greatness as a player doesn't guarantee success as a coach. Respect in the locker room must be earned. And in the modern NBA, the coach's challenge isn't just X's and O's, it's managing personalities, egos, and expectations. If this breakdown of the Nash saga made you think differently about coaching in the NBA, smash that like button, drop a comment below on what you think the most important factor was, and hit subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest stories in basketball.